Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now motion him out of the backfield. From the 33 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. First and 10, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3 now. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And they won't do it, so that falls incomplete on 4th down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Laube on the give, headed left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Raiders first. Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They're throwing it. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So far, so good to begin this one as they've got a new set of downs beyond midfield. Shotgun handoff to Laube. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Finds his running back, Dylan Laube. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, Laube. Takes out a one-stop, and he's able to take this one down to the 25. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To throw it on first down. On the move, headed right. That one's on the mark to Jacoby Myers. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
2nd and 3 now. They'll give this up the middle to Laube. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. On the ground, it's Laube again. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Here's a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now the give to Laube. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get the game's first points here in the 2nd. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's a give up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They've got first down from the 31. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. David Njoku, the touchdown. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41. Now he'll throw off the play fake. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw now. Buys time, rolling right. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Third and 4 coming up now. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Inside handoff goes to Laube. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Throwing into double coverage, and intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Browns get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Got him in. It's Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 5. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 23. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. They'll try and throw it here. That one complete to Njoku. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm?
That's a Cleveland touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Hopkins has it on the tee and he's ready to send it flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders looking down a very long field. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. A give. This to Laube. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. 2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
You know, you don't have to be an elite scrambler or the fastest in a 40 time to make a play like that. All you need is awareness. See where the marker is and know when it's time to go get it yourself.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. Has it down close. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Laube has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. They'll kneel the half out, and they're content to take a tie into the locker room. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Got a man. Bowers has it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Back to throw. Completed here to Laube. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. Forced out to his right. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. It's Laube on the carry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Third and long for him here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. Completed to his running back.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
The Raiders bringing out a couple extra defensive backs for 3rd down. They're in the dime. Looking for a throw here. Setting up the screen. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
He's back to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought 1st half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just 1 snap later.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give to Laube. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Complete here to Bowers. And they bring him down around the 34. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A give to Laube, running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Sticking with Laube here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving in the right direction. 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. He'll cobble together a yard there. Jack Jones making that tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Jack Jones has got it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns now trailed by just a point It's in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Laube on the carry. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now a give right side to Laube. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that brings up 4th and long. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes out to the left.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff up the gut. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They give inside to Chung. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing off the play fake here. He rolls to his right. This one finds Polk. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Raiders loading up the secondary on third down. Count them, 6 DBs on the field. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works it down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He'll throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Bite. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
From the gun, Laube. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He's dropping back to throw. That throw finds Laube. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on 1st down. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns take possession off their 2nd interception of the game. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they threw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Shotgun handoff to Laube. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
He gets this one to Myers. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Here he is to throw. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up to pass. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Working inside the red zone. And they break the tie as it's caught for a touchdown. What a call, what a catch, Brock. And that's the play that should win this game. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. He scores on a miracle play, Brock, and now they can go for the tie or the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
All right, overtime not in the cards. This snap is going to decide this game. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.